Well, hello, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. My name is Travis Peter, and this is episode 4. So, we've written some poems. Girls are saying weird stuff and fighting with each other, and we're back. We're back. We're alone in the hallway with Yuri, and she has suddenly put her forehead against the wall, so now we're ready to find out. Are we ready? Let's get into it. How much explanation can I possibly do for this series at this point? I don't even know what's going on anymore. Anyway, sorry. What an intro. Here we go. I have to burp again. I'm getting so belchy. This is the 4th episode I've filmed in one night. So if you can understand, my brain is basically gone at this point. Anyway, once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Travis, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? It's because I'm a boy and I like a girl, and that's how heterosexual people act, I think. I'm trying here. I'm trying to pretend I'm straight for this, okay? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. I mean, that's true. She beats herself up for no reason. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. Ugh. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Travis, I really like, being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too. I kind of feel like awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway. Yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Oh no, my battery's dying. My face is gonna disappear. Travis, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? Hoo. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. And it turns out it's not very hard for me to do, when it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Travis. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Travis, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Eh? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall, rather than bending over at my desk. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes. I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I keep hidden from Sayori's candy radar. That's so sweet, I brought candy for us. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I manage to relax a little. Once again, I've said this in a past episode, but being heterosexual sounds goddamn exhausting. I'm so tired from pretending I can't imagine living it. Every single day, you straight people do this? My God. You suffer more than anyone, I think. You are the true victims in this world. You cishets really suffer. I don't know what's happening anymore. I think this game scrambled my brain. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Oh, that's okay. I won't take any. I'm actually a vampire and I can only drink blood. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. You're all right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. My camera just died. Oh no. I'm gonna quick change the battery, okay? Okay, hello, I'm back. My face is back. I put a new battery in, and we're gonna conquer the world now. Anyway, so things are getting hot and heavy with Yuri, but as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Travis? Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. You were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone! Ooh, these sounds I'm making. It's like I am doing voiceover for hentai. I said the word. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Travis, you can help Yuri put that tea stuff away, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Who should I show my poem to first? Yuri! Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Travis, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why? You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty.
I'm not used to this.
Used to what?
I don't know.
It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her.
Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy.
Are you saying that you've never shared your writing before?
You're not.
Really? I don't believe it.
I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me.
Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. She doesn't have any close friends. Travis is so dumb. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today?
Yeah, I do, if it's with you. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. The scuttering, excuse me. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies and wandering as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread my hungry curiosity, the raccoon an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical, which it makes sense to me. I get it. I'm excited to read Naoki Nakorimi's Naokori Nanko. I don't remember her name. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can begin to imagine what this poem is about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself.
What? The knife what I got, because like she was talking about like she gets the knife to cut the bread to feed the raccoon, and so the raccoon got excited every time it saw her knife.
So I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Why do you keep them to yourself?
Because they're embarrassing and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Travis?
Well, yeah, I guess I do. I'm actually gay, so...
I feel like everyone is a little something like that. It's the best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I'd probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit right now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening, there really aren't many people like you, Travis.
That's exaggerating a little bit.
It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that.
It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Let's do Monica, because she's my favorite. I just happen to be stuck in this Yuri loop, basically.
Hi again, Travis. How's the writing going, darling?
All right, I guess.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe you'll soon come up with a masterpiece.
I would count on that.
You never know. You want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica.
All right, this one's good. Feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wonder, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. I love Monica. She's so great. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. And when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside of her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what's going on in that head of hers? Hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not, darling. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still defending her like that. You must be pretty into her. Eh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding, darling. Besides, I'm pretty sure she already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. All right, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. Noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one. That is surprisingly dark. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. I actually kind of like that one, as dark as it was. It's still kind of hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected might happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? Ooh, the game started becoming self-aware. That is one thing I think I've heard about this game, is that it's sort of self-aware. Anyway, what am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's do Natsuki. Natsuki, that's her name. I got there. I liked your last one better. Eh? Really? Well, yeah, I can tell you were a little bit more daring with this one. But you're really not good enough for that yet. I fell flat. It fell flat. That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people are trying to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Just make it simple and cute, to the point. Yuri's head over heels for all this cryptic nonsense, but I see through that BS, ha! Making your reader look so hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. I guess that's one way to look at it. I actually kind of agree with her sometimes. Well, everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that one out already. I actually really like her. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Amy likes spiders. I thought I had to burp. Maybe I'm going to throw up instead. That'd be a video. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggling, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people, but she probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone.
I love that poem. That has been my favorite poem so far in this whole game, I have to say. That was great. That was a good poem. I loved that a lot.
Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. Don't have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it seems people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course, it's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they'd make fun of you or think less of you, but that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone? It makes them happy. Just think people really need to respect others for liking weird things.
Oh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today.
Huh? Did you say Yuri?
Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you, that people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about these things.
Really?
Ooh, I ship Natsuki and Yuri. You're Netsuri. Hashtag Netsuri. I ship them together. Since obviously I don't ship myself with any of these characters.
I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
And that's interesting because now she's judging her for a weird hobby and then caught herself.
Yeah, it's not like I would judge her or anything.
Natsuki has trouble finding words.
I guess I should not try to be so mean to her. Feels like if she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. By the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson.
Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem.
It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, just not feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it.
Now Sayori.
Ooh, I like this one, Travis. It has some nice feelings in it.
I'm glad. Does it mean it's better than yesterday's?
Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both.
It's not very helpful, you know.
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place.
Yeah, me neither.
Why don't you at least try giving it some thought?
Well, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet.
Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind.
Well, whatever. Anyway,
let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah, I like things that are happy and things that are sad.
Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow.
Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic.
It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Travis. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay?
Bottles.
I bump off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts in a bottle all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. each bottle of starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time has elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. In they come, such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend. Each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo. Inside my head.
That was great too. That was a pretty great poem. Sayori, holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday that I was gonna write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. And with that note, I'm gonna go ahead and save the game. And then I'm gonna end the episode here. So make sure to like this video and click subscribe so you don't miss future episodes of Doki Doki Literature Club, because it's starting to get weird. It's starting to get dark, and I want you to be there with me because I can't do this alone. I really can't. Anyway, let me know down in the comments which of the poems was your favorite, because I feel like the poems this time around were a lot more fun to read. I did really like a couple of them. So anyway, that's everything. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.